Keen-eyed viewers of Encanto noticed the super-strong Luisa was the first Madrigal to start losing her powers. But why was it her? We've got some theories and we want to make sense of this dilemma, so let's figure out why Luisa lost her powers before her older sister Isabela did in Encanto.
I'm totally not nervous.
While Mirabel begins investigating the cracks in her home, she meets up with Luisa, busy as always. Luisa admits early on in the film her power is fading. She, with some persistent questioning from Mirabel, shares this emotional information with her.
When you saw the cracks, I felt weak.
But we do not see any of the other members of the family weakening with their powers before we see this happen with Luisa.
Wait, what do you mean?
Her door also is clearly flickering, while the other doors are yet to do so. Now, one might think it should be a situation where the oldest folks would lose their powers first. But neither Julieta, Pepa, or Bruno lose their powers before Luisa does. If it were anyone, it should be Julieta, as confirmed by the director, she is the oldest. So then maybe one would think maybe the folks who got the gift more recently should lose it first, as Luisa is younger than Isabela, so maybe it goes youngest to oldest Madrigal family member. But as we see, Antonio is still very much an animal whisperer, well after Luisa starts to weaken. It is not until the house starts coming down that Antonio seems to lose any part of his talent.
I understand you.
So we've established that Luisa was the first Madrigal to lose her gift. As revealed later in the film, the whole reason the family is losing their powers is the emotional cracks forming within the family, leading to literal cracks in their home. Now, each Madrigal family member certainly has their own family-caused baggage, but which family member do you think was feeling the most pressure near the beginning of the film? Oh, I don't know, maybe the one who sings about all the pressure she's feeling? Maybe? She even sings about cracks right when Mirabel is noticing cracks in their home, falling down one crack during her song. She feels the family's undiscussed issues first and hardest. She's the most unsure, so she's losing her gift faster than the other characters. The journey of this film is characters discovering their self-identities and self-worth rather than what other people put on them. Once family members discover that, the miracle becomes strong, like when Mirabel and Isabela embrace after Isabela's song. Obviously, what factors into the Encanto is also the emotional well-being of each member. Isabela, while being forced to marry someone she does not necessarily care for, has it pretty good, while Luisa is treated like a workhorse. This is why Luisa loses her powers before Isabela, and in a bigger way. But that doesn't mean Isabela's powers weren't affected at all by her mental state. There is a scene where Isabela's mistreatment does negatively affect her power. In one scene, she's told about her fiancé and how many babies he wants to have. And we see this tiny white flower that also sprouts with a bunch of other pink flowers. This white flower is the small imperfection. Clearly her powers have been slightly diminished by the prospect of having kids she doesn't want or isn't ready for. This discoloration could also represent her true self trying to break free of being just one thing, as eventually she embraces all types of different colors. Either way, she clearly doesn't feel as overwhelmed as her younger sister.
Get out.
We know from the events of the film that the Encanto and Casida's powers run on the happiness and love of the Madrigal family, as well as their confidence, so it all makes sense that Luisa, who felt the most burdened, overworked, and unhappy, lost her gift first. Then other members of the family began losing their gifts as they were filled with self-doubt from the recent events and the situation bringing their own hang-ups to light. For example, Camilo having trouble transforming when he can't find Mirabel after being part of gossiping at dinner, and Dolores being able to yell without her hands on her ears is probably because her power was waning. But, as stated before, when Isabela was freed from her abuela's expectations and filled with confidence, the candle burned stronger than ever. Not to say Luisa was the only one with a burden to bear, just that Luisa was feeling it more at first due to the way that she was treated and used by her abuela. While she had completely lost her powers by that point, the others still had them because they had some form of confidence or peace. But Mirabel's public outing of all the Madrigal's issues and Alma being taken to task brought everything down as everyone was feeling their burdens the harshest at that one moment. And no one in the family had felt lower collectively than at that one point, leading to the miracle pulling a, well, I'ma head out move. Oh, and I am putting that on Alma to be clear. Mirabel was right to air all that dirty laundry. We don't have an official source from the film to confirm this theory, but it feels pretty possible. Do you have your own theory? Share below. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more content. And thanks for stopping by The Things Animated.